What's up, everybody? It's Grim, your GTS World Heavyweight Champion, as revealed on my live stream earlier today. This is a title that I'm giving myself, courtesy of my best buddy Paul Willis, who sent it to me. And I'm awarding it to myself for winning War Games, where I won the legendary YouTube title and was robbed of it by E-Money Millie. But yes, what I will be doing with this title is keeping it in this room on my shoulder. Kind of like when I was first the YouTube Wrestling Figures Heavyweight Champion. And it was just because I had all the figures. Then I started defending it and winning, and then it became a whole federation. No, this is just staying in the house and nobody can take it from me because I deserve to have a belt for winning War Games. But I wanted to talk to you guys today on today's rant about the John Cena final match contenders and the stuff that Becky Lynch had to say on this podcast. Because, shit's getting wild. And, the Coliseum Collection Figures, WrestlingFigures.com. Discount code GRIM saves 10%. Cactus Jack Vault figure. Dude, the new Vault figures they just revealed. Harlem Heat. Sick. I'm hype. Anyway, okay. So, I want to keep this on here so y'all can see it. I want to talk to you right now because, all right, the first thing, Becky Lynch, right? She came out and she said that somebody was like saying, you got to bang me. Like somebody that we would all know. She said, I thought she said wrestler. Maybe some people are saying it was a backstage person. But she was saying it was a wrestler that said, if you sleep with me, you're going to be blacklisted. But if you don't sleep with me, you're going to be blacklisted. And she's like, well, how do I play this game? Like she threw out this allegation. And that's a crazy ass allegation to throw out there and not name names. Because then what happens is everybody starts speculating. And everybody starts speculating, well, he was this guy or that guy. And I don't even want to say names. Because then you're accusing someone of being a sex pest with only because of time frame? Oh, well, when Becky Lynch was new, this is who was influential enough to get her blacklisted. And then everybody's just compiling names. And some are wrestlers, some are on screen, the top legends, to backstage people. And everybody's just throwing it out there. And I'm like, well, now innocent people are getting accused. And I think that's fucking wild. And what are you doing? These wrestlers, they do these podcasts and they always become major news stories because everybody starts, making headlines out of they said this and they said that. Should I get some wrestlers on here to talk some shit? I want to know more, Becky. Come on my podcast and tell me who the fuck it was. That's like serious shit. One of the things I've always prided myself on at GTS Wrestling is, I'm a promoter of a YouTube wrestling show. It's not like a wrestling show that we don't do many live events. We're not only live events. We're a YouTube wrestling show. And there's championships and people win them and who all determines all that and all that kind of stuff. I have girls on my show that can win the belts that the guys have. We don't have a women's division. I don't divide. The women can fight the men. The women have been the heavyweight champion. The women are the intercontinental champion. And I love that. I think it's great. But the one thing I've never done in the entirety of my career doing this, the one thing I've never done was say, you don't get the belt unless you do this for me. To a guy or a girl, whether it was like, buy me something, buy me a hamburger, or you get the belt, or, give me sexual favors for the belt. Never. And it's so weird to me that people use that as blackmail. I mean, we all heard Harvey Weinstein, using his power and influence to get sex. Like, that's so gross to me. And you know why it's so gross to me? Because, I'm just a person about, desire. I don't want to coerce someone into doing sexual activity with me. I want them to want to do it. I want them to be like, hey, man, you're cool. I like you. I want to do stuff. To me, that's what's hot. Why don't I want to converse or say, oh, you want this belt? You got to do stuff with me. That's so creepy and gross. That girl doesn't want you. And then she's got ick while she's doing it. And she's only doing it for a spot in a movie or a fucking championship or money. I can't. So for whoever did that to Becky Lynch is fucking gross. And I want to not support them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, it's names that you all know that are getting kicked around Twitter and getting accused. If I'm one of those guys, I'm being like, yo, motherfucker, it wasn't me. I would never do that shit. I'd be throwing it right out there. And then that's what I'm saying. People if I'm one of those dudes that's being names kicked around on Twitter right now, I'm mad. I'm mad at Becky now. I'm saying, yo, Becky, you can't fucking say this kind of shit and be vague, because now I'm getting accused. One of my friends is now getting accused. Your coworkers are getting accused because you didn't name the fucking person. Name the person. I mean, we can probably figure out who it is. Just name him. And you're going to ruin a career? Well, I don't know. The allegations things that come out in wrestling, and then it's like, but people still support them, man. People say, oh, well, that's what they did behind the scenes. Like it sucks with Vince. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to support Vince McMahon, and I won't support anything Vince McMahon does. But when I didn't know that he was a fucking weirdo, yeah, I was a fan. You know what I'm saying? And I always thought Vince McMahon was awesome, and I looked up to him, and like I said, emulated him a lot in a lot of the shit that I've done. But not in that weird fucking version. You're never going to find no fucking allegations like that about me. You ain't going to find no shit like that, because I don't do that shit. Okay? And I think, like, then Becky Lynch got into it with Macy Estrella, which is Lacey Evans. Because, all right, so Becky said something hilarious. Becky said, I start working with Lacey Evans right out of the gate after WrestleMania 35. God bless her, but she wasn't, like, she's kind of saying, Lacey kind of sucked. She's new. Like, and valid. You just worked the main event of WrestleMania, and now you're working. She goes, for me to go from the main event of WrestleMania to somebody who hadn't done anything was terrible. Like, and again, valid. Vince was like, oh, we're going to push this new girl, Lacey Evans, who God only knows they probably made her do fucking favors. Again, I'm just throwing that out there as a God only knows thing. I'm not making accusations. I'm not saying it as a fact. I don't know anything. I'm saying it as, based on what Becky says, why all of a sudden would, a girl who's done nothing be put against the champion who just main evented WrestleMania? Yeah. So like, the Macy's like hitting back and saying, oh, I learned this move in 2 minutes. Oh, I was making my husband a plate. Like, bitch, like, why are you making your husband a plate if you're about to be wrestling Becky Lynch? Your husband can't make his own fucking plate? I don't know. I'm not like a feminist, but I'm also not like a misogynist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love when Katie makes me dinner. Katie makes me breakfast, and guess what? I make her dinner and I make her breakfast. You know what I'm saying? And if Katie's not around, I make my own fucking dinner. Like, I'm not gonna have my wife working and making me a plate at the same fucking time. Like, and then she thinks like that's a flex. It's not a flex, bro. Your husband needs to fucking... Maybe that's why you didn't succeed in wrestling, because your husband's too worried about his goddamn plate being made. Like, who says that? I don't know. All right, so I want to move on from this because it's weird, and I just think Lacey Evans is an idiot, and Becky Lynch needs to call out the abuser. We'll see what happens next. Probably nothing. It's going to get swept under the rug. Whoever got accused says, people talk, who cares? And that's it. John Cena. He's going to have his final opponent that's going to retire him. And we don't know, is he going to win the match, lose the match? But there's 4 contenders now. It's now down to LA Knight. Well, I have spoiler alert. But come on, we all knew. LA Knight, and was going to face Sheamus. And Sheamus got hurt, so then they replaced him on SmackDown. That's going to air Friday. And then the spoiler is that, the replacement doesn't win. Sorry, that was a spoiler. But I wanted to talk about it. It's all over Twitter, and everybody knows it's LA Knight, okay? LA Knight, it's Jey Uso, it's Gunther, or it's Solo Sikoa. Those are the final 4. It's definitely not going to be Solo Sikoa. It's probably going to be Gunther. I think Gunther's the lamest choice. I'd rather it be Solo Sikoa. At least Solo Sikoa and John Cena have history. They fought each other at, wasn't it like WrestleMania? Jey Uso. At least Jey Uso and John Cena have history. Jey eliminated Cena from the Rumble when Cena came back. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, everybody hates Jey Uso. They call him a botch master and all that kind of stuff. Well, Jey Uso's fucking awesome. Leave the fucking guy alone. Does he deserve to be in the world title picture? No. Great mid-carder, bro. Fantastic mid-carder. Fantastic tag team guy. And that's where he should be. and lighten it up and fucking winning IC titles and winning US titles and lighten it up. That's who he should be. He's fucking awesome. Gunther, I said boring. Jey Uso, it's not going to be LA Knight, although it would be cool to be LA Knight. But again, LA Knight and Gunther have no history with John Cena. So I'm very much voting for Jey Uso. I want Jey Uso to be the final opponent, and I'm going on record saying it now. Who do you guys want to be the final opponent? Put it in the comments below. I don't want to fucking see Gunther with his boring ass Jaws fucking symphony song come out there and beat John Cena. Fuck Gunther. He's boring. And it's like, it's just, people are like, oh, fuck you, Grandma. You ever talk bad about Gunther? It's not that I'm talking bad about Gunther. It's just, he's honestly fine. It's just nothing gets me excited to watch him. You know what I mean? And it's like, I get excited for Jey Uso. I get excited for Solo Sikoa. I get excited for LA Knight. I don't get excited for Gunther. Anybody but Gunther, please. Guys, thanks for watching today. Please like, comment, subscribe, tap the bell, turn on the notifications. And unless something crazy happens, I'll be back tomorrow with a GTS Where Are They Now Part 3.